you for years, but you're Jewish, right?
I'm actually not. I'm raised Roman Catholic, but I have a great affinity for Jewish people in Israel.
You're gay. That's what it is.
I'm not gonna lie. Love to sit, take a big dump on the toilet, watch your videos. Respect. Okay.
In a world where protein shakes have oat milk, where every meeting starts with feelings, and where someone, somewhere, is explaining masculinity with makeup on, three men said, yeah, we're gonna need a bigger grill.
You son of a bitch. And that's it, boys. $500 easy. Let's go!
This is the end for you, my master.
Let's go! Yeah!
Can you finger blast, please?
Oh, the times that I've heard that.
Three men, three microphones, zero professional credentials. This is Bro Science.
Holy smokes! Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, the Bearded Society, the Criticless Cult, the Drew Hernandez Familia. Welcome to another episode of Bro Science, episode 109, live on both YouTube and Rumble at the same time, simultaneously, all together, wrapped into one big, beautiful bundle of excellence on YouTube and Kick at the same time. Holy smokes. You know how we like to start things off.
Yeah. And you remembered this time. I'm proud of you.
Yeah. Sean Lasich says, is that Mexican Xwing?
Yes. Yes.
We call him Xwing.
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 Xwing 5.
Oh. Hey!
There it is.
Let's go. Holy smokes. I am FearTheBeardo, your humble host, one of the most humble men on the internet. That's how humble I am. I'm willing to admit that there are more humble men than me. And that makes sense. I am joined by one of my co-hosts, the owner, the founder, the CEO, the father, and the birther of Criticless.com. It is Criticless Blaine. What's up, Blaine?
What's up? How's it going, chat? Hello, everyone. And obviously, glad to have Drew back. You know,
Yeah.
you know, when Drew's coming on, we're like, it's time to talk some Resident Evil.
That's right. That's right.
That's right. He
We
knows
got
what's
other
up.
stuff
But
to talk about today too.
Hey,
it's a
that's
big
right.
time in gaming right now. That's for sure.
There's so much happening. There's so much happening.
It kind of feels good, but it's also...
Right.
We got to see how it
It's
rolls
also
out.
We
Yeah.
gotta see,
It's
man. I've been
also-
fooled before. I've been hurt
Right.
too many times.
Right.
Right. But also, I will say I'm a little nervous. Normally, my son cuts the grass. I have like the world's biggest industrial zero-turn mower. That it is massive. It's made for cutting like fields. And my son normally does it, and I mean, he's indestructible. Like, he could probably get run over by the lawnmower, and it would hurt the lawnmower. But my daughter is mowing right now, and I am a little nervous. I already heard something get chewed up a minute ago. So,
Oh boy.
yeah, the head's going to be on a swivel. I'm going to be watching the windows here for the next little while. Hopefully, she manages not to flip it or something. So, you know, good times.
Doomyverse says, "Damn, Xwing got a good ass tan."
That's right.
Yes, we do have Drew Hernandez joining us today for some gaming Resident Evil talk. We're talking about the showcases that happened last week and stuff. There's a lot to talk about. But Drew, how have you been doing, man? What have you been up to?
Just streaming, man. Streaming on the main channel. I host a political show. The show just kind of does whatever it wants, to be honest with you. But it's mainly, politically driven. But over on Rumble, rumble.com/Drew Hernandez, I made a kick.
Hey,
It's about time.
I am on Kick. I got like
It's only about
I haven't really been
3.
promoting it. But I'm on
I told
Kick.
you to make a kick like 3 years ago.
I know you did. You did.
When we were at
Hey,
Universal
they verified
Studios.
me, so I'm like, hey, okay, whatever, sure.
They verified you already?
Well, yeah. Isn't that how it works?
big timer.
I wish. I actually stopped streaming on Kick for that reason, because they wouldn't verify me. And I'm like trying to pull out some like cards here, some heavy hitters. I'm like, with G&G, I know Drunk 3PO. Like,
Right.
Well, I could pass you my
like,
contact. I just DM'd them, dude, and they responded. And
DM'd them on Twitter?
yeah,
Dude, we'll see if I can do that, man.
all I
yeah.
did was DM them on Twitter. And
I'm
But
like,
anyway,
I am
so-
Fear the fucking Beardo. How the hell are you not verifying me? And I'm like, you know what? If they're not going to verify me, they keep putting me on the front page. Like, actually, the year Kick was invented, this had to have been 2023. I was on there, maybe 24. I was on there 25 days of Kickmas. I was one of their 25 in the entire world. I was one of their 25, like, support this guy. And they came in and dropped $500 worth of gifted subs. And I was on the 25 days of Kickmas, and they didn't verify me.
It still hadn't verified.
Isn't that
That's
crazy?
rough.
yeah, it's crazy, man. I don't know.
Chopped
I don't know what's
liver.
going on there.
I don't know what it is.
Try again.
I
Who
don't
knows?
know.
Maybe,
I could be too intimidating. It happens to a
That's
lot of
it.
people. It's a
That's
side
it.
effect. People are just intimidated. They don't understand. But they will one day.
Well, you are Fear the Beardo.
You're the fucking Beardo.
Once you hear the name, it's like hearing Batman.
Dude,
Right.
striking fear. Speaking of Batman, been doing a lot of reading, comic book reading. Been getting into it, man. Like, as a kid, I used to read comic books here and there and stuff, but like I was subscribed to this Marvel thing. It was like it was like for kids. You get a new Marvel issue every week, but it was never the same comic. It wasn't in continuity or continuation of anything. So it was just random comics that I would just get, every week, every month. So
I remember
would
when they
read
did that,
them.
actually, now that you
Yeah.
bring that up. I think I was sub to it, too.
I would read them, but then like I wouldn't get the next one. But my parents who subscribed me to the thing, they didn't probably realize that it was just a random comic book every month. So
Right.
whatever. But Blaine's been getting me onto the Absolute Batman series. That comic run is badass.
Fire.
It's so good. It's so
Fire.
good. It is such
Yeah.
a wild take on the character. And I mean, as we talked about it on the show before, but it's like they drop like his size specs for this Batman, this Bruce, and he's an absolute unit. The dude's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
how big was he? Big did they say he was?
So in the second volume, they actually do give you his attributes. He is 6'9",
Damn.
421 pounds.
Yeah, yeah.
He is a freak of nature. And then to top it all off, in the second issue, spoilers, chat, spoilers, very minor spoilers, but spoilers.
Yeah.
They give him the Bane venom.
Yeah.
He doesn't use it. He almost has a moment of weakness where he's gonna fucking rage and Bane out, but he doesn't. And then eventually it gets passed through his system and stuff, and he doesn't have it anymore. But they do give it to him with the idea in the reader's mind. It's like, oh shit, are we gonna get venomed out Batman right now?
That's
So
sick, dude.
6'9", 421, dude. It is a good run. It's easy too.
It's
It's
is.
easy.
You'll
You
fly
get-
through it.
I got through both of the volumes in one night, and then the next morning in one night I read the entire first volume. Woke up the next morning and I'm like, boom, I'm reading the second one. Done. Took maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours. Read the whole thing.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah. It's good. That first Superman, Absolute Superman, like you said, is a little slow. Once you get to the second one, though, it's similar because they're incorporating some Batman characters and stuff into the Superman, Absolute Superman side of things. So
Yeah.
it picks up. I could tell that they realize they're like, oh, we're taking it a little too slow. We're gonna make this more badass, and they crank it up.
Yeah. And then I started reading Batman the Black Mirror, and then I got yelled at from somebody in the chat last night for
That was
reading
wild.
that because I hadn't read the previous 80 different comics that lead up to that story, and I was a fucking moron, and I should have been left in the condom.
They did
That's
say
what
that.
Drew, that's what this guy said.
Yeah,
He
did say that.
said he called me an ingrate, a liar, and that I'd be more useful left in the fucking condom.
Who was that? Was that Jeremy on the burner?
Right, seriously. Yeah,
Probably.
seriously, probably.
Yeah.
Was that Gary on a burner?
It might have been. I don't know. I made a mistake by reading this one first. I should have read another, I don't know, 100 different comics before reading that one, apparently. I committed a cardinal sin. Yeesh. But your show's doing good?
Oh yeah, dude. We're growing. We're
Crushing it?
killing it. Rumble every single day. And so it's just been keeping up with the news as always, man, and paying attention to culture as always, and obviously the video game world. So it's always cool to come and hang out with you, whether here or Geeks or Gamers or wherever it may be. So,
dude, it's a good refresh over here, man. The show's different. Like, we don't like, sometimes we'll get into like the political pop culture stuff like that, but mostly it's just objectifying women, making fun of fats, and talking video games and comic books, dude.
Let's go.
It's a good time. The occasional
That's life. Weightlifting,
weightlifting, training
That's
talk
life.
and stuff. Dude,
Transport me back to like '01. That's what you just described. Like, look, he's got Tom right there. You got MySpace right on the.
that's him.
Right, exactly.
That's
That's
Blaine.
me. Yeah, you like that? I
That's Blaine.
It's literally me.
It is.
He recreated it.
I recreated it. Yeah, no, I was going to show you, Beardo. Next time we, if I see you and you want to read them. So I have the volumes of Batman from 2011 to 2016. This is a complete run of all of them. So if you wanted to take a chunk of them, I had been working through this. I bought them a couple of years ago, and I think I'm on volume 8 or something. This goes through, there's like a time period in here where Alfred was Batman for a while.
Shit.
Like, here. So like in this, see how scrawny Batman looks? It's because it's Alfred.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. There's some cool books in here and some very famous ones too. But yeah, so if you want to borrow some of them at some point, I have a slew of them.
I'm only about a quarter way through Black Mirror, and I have missed a lot because there's a prologue trying to catch you up on some of the stuff in case you hadn't read all of these previous comics that apparently lead up to Black Mirror. There is a prologue that kind of gets you caught up. Right now, only a quarter way through, so I wouldn't consider this spoilers. Dick Grayson is Batman. Damian Wayne is Robin. Tim Drake is Red Robin. Barbara's Oracle. There is Alfred. And Batman was presumed dead after the final Crisis incident. Turns out not dead, but also doesn't want to be Batman because Dick Grayson's doing a good job. So Batman is now creating Wayne Tech hubs all over the world and is assigning a local Batman to these different countries all over the world.
Wow.
Okay.
So
That's
that's kind of what's going on in the first quarter. I haven't even seen Bruce yet. He's not even in it.
Huh.
Dick Grayson's Robin. Dick Grayson's Batman.
What years those came out in? Do you know?
So it takes place after a Final Crisis. This is Batman Black Mirror. I don't know like what year like in the Batman universe this is, but it's actually pretty modern because they're using smartphones and shit.
Okay. Well, yeah, that was so Final Crisis was in 2008, so I'm guessing a couple of years after that. So it might be what you're reading is in between basically, or it's like before all these books that I just showed you, I think. Because I think where I started was kind of a semi-reboot.
I might be thinking of smartphones in Batman Black Mirror, October of 2011.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So, the tech is pretty, advanced in the comics so far. It's good.
Nice.
It's good. I'm curious to see what's going on because there's also like it's not the Court of Owls, but this underground group of elites that do auctions for like villains' weapons that Batman has, given into the police. So the police and police custody have all these different variety of all Batman's rogues, villains in evidence. And somehow, some way, I don't know yet, they're getting stolen and auctioned off in this elitist black market. And other criminals are using other of Batman's villains, their weapons and stuff. So we don't know what's going on. Is it Mad Hatter? Is it Joker? Who's doing this stuff?
Interesting.
Okay.
Like
That's
proxy wars.
Man. So cool. I'm excited to get into it more and finish it. Let's get some super chats here, boys, and then we're gonna get into our first topic of the day. Let's start off with Tricky's 10 gifted Fear the Beardo memberships. Thank you, Trickies, for the 10. Goody64 with a 5 gifted Fear the Beardo memberships. Thank you, Goody64. And of course, always on cue. Usually the first 50 of the day. Elfie with the $50 super chat says hello to my favorite Wednesday boys. And hello, Drew. Great to see you here again. I'm looking forward to a great stream, so let's go. Sending lots of love to the best chat. You guys are the best. And speaking of Elfie, as always, we have our Bro Science fan art of the week provided by Elfie over on Twitter, X. It's Wednesday, friends. It's Bro Science Holiday. Great topics, fantastic guests, and lots of fun with the hottest boys on YouTube. Lock it in. Have a blast in the best chat with the Beardies. And let me unhighlight the super chat so we can pull up the fan art. Something's going on with my eyes. I must have been tired that day. I had to have been tired. We watched The Raid Redemption last week for our manly as fuck movies.
Yeah.
Nice. And it was a manly as fuck movie. We got hashtag trust the bro science, hashtag manly movies, hashtag criticless, and of course Elfie with her giant tits in a bikini. Let's go. Let's go, boys.
Yeah,
Thank you, Elfie. This is a good one. It's awesome. The blood spatter and the freaking just action. What do you even call this? The action lines, imagery. There you go.
Right.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Good
Drew,
stuff.
have you ever seen The Raid?
No, not yet. I gotta check that out.
Dude, you need to. It is peak action. It was definitely like when the action genre made a big pivot into the movie's wild because it's a fairly old movie now. It's been out for quite a while.
2011, 2012, around there.
Something like that, yeah.
Okay.
And when you watch it, you'll see stuff in that movie and you're like, I've never seen that anywhere. And it's in that movie. It's just like balls out for an hour and a half of like between martial arts and then just like gun work. And it's awesome.
I'm going to check that out.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, man. It's this Asian action film and it's simple.
Fire.
SWAT team goes into a building because bad guys in there.
Was it on like Netflix or where can I find it?
It's actually free on Hulu and Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we have Hulu. I think.
Or at least it was. Let me see what Criticless says. So
That's how I
it
watched it. That's how I watched it last week.
It's still there. I know
Okay,
at
cool.
the start of the month everything shifts. I was literally yesterday in the middle of watching Tucker and Dale versus Evil for Criticless Cast, and then it left Disney. Literally, I was a quarter of the way through it, and now I'm having to watch it somewhere else.
And they just ripped it out of you.
They just took it off. In less than a 10-hour time difference of me watching it, I stopped, and it was off of Disney. I was just like, you freaking kidding me? So
I have to find that. It's hard to come across good films.
yeah. That's what, as we're finding that there's so many gems from previous years to keep you busy.
That's what we've been doing for our Manly as Fuck movies, sponsored in partnership with Criticless. So we have our Manly as Fuck movie group, and that's where we do all of our reviews. 522 members, boys. Let's go.
Let's go.
Nice.
And you can drop memes in there, but this is where people, do their reviews and memes.
Yeah.
Manly ass fuck movies.
I don't know about that one, but
Appreciate that. But
like to watch those.
Hey.
Hey.
Are you guys familiar with her? What's her name, Blaine?
That's Ella Langley, the country singer.
Country singer. Yeah.
Yeah,
she's
boy.
blowing up. Isn't she like massive? She's like the
Yes.
She's been blowing up, man.
She is
like,
the it girl
beginning
right now.
Taylor Swift era of her career.
Hopefully better.
Yeah,
But yeah,
hopefully
boys,
so.
go ahead and head over to Criticless if you guys haven't yet. Create an account. It's free to join. Download the app. It's on all the app stores, every single one. Or you can go on web browser. It's all free. But if you do want to directly support Blaine, because everything is paid for out of his pocket for this website, you'll see a little button notification here that says join the Crit Club, and you can do it.
Yeah. We had
do
a
the
bunch of
damn
people,
thing.
several people join last night during main event. So
Hell yeah.
we love the sport.
Hell yeah. Thank you, Elfie, again for the $50 super chat and the fan art of the week. My boy, Biggles! With the 33 months. Says, Beardo, I consider you a real person now. Much respect. Thank you, Biggles. Shout out.
Oh,
What happened?
so let's go.
Yeah. I'm a real person, boys.
Yeah, you're a real person.
Real person.
That's
Thank
right.
you, Biggles, for the 33 months, man.
Well, I was gonna say last night. I started to say it on Main Event because your new handle that they've been calling you the what was it from your mugshot? The
known scumbag.
Known scumbag. Right.
Yeah.
I think that I'm gonna change mine to terrible human since that was what Jeremy and Jay called me the other day. Is you could be the known scum. A terrible human. They called me. Yeah.
Last night.
So, no, it was like Tuesday. Yeah. So
well, yesterday was Tuesday, brother.
Monday. I don't know what day it is anymore. So yeah, I guess it was
Bro Science Wednesday, Bro Science Holiday.
That's right.
Elfie said.
That's right. That's right. That's
Elfie
right.
said,
yeah,
man.
I'm gonna have to.
The present. The present.
That's right. The present.
The present.
We got to be present.
What?
That's right.
Yeah.
What?
Dude, this morning on Daily, Mike was doing the Rumble Wallet ad read, and you know how in between he goes, whatever the fucking dialogue is, the script is for it, doing the what? What? And chat's just going, what, dude? Just flooding, dude. I fucking love it, dude. Another thing at Geeks and Gamers that I started that's generating a lot of money in action. You know, just want to put that out there. Yep. Kind of good at that. That's kind of my thing.
You're a walking, talking meme generator,
dude. And that's different from being a lolcow. Very different.
Very different.
Very different. Yeah. One's good. It's kind of like your Brads and Chads. Like being Chad is cool, but you don't want to be a Brad. Brad's a dickhead.
Brad cool.
Chads could be cool.
They can be.
Chads are cool.
Yeah.
But Brads, almost all the time, they stink.
Right.
Yeah. What are you going to do, man? You can't choose your own name.
Don't be a lolcow, kids.
Don't do it. Steel Leg of History with a 28 months says, thanks for being there for me. You all helped me out when I needed someone this past month. Was rough. Now I'm working on getting my hours up and subs. Hey, keep crushing it, Steel Leg. Keep crushing it, man.
Let's go.
We're thinking of you. Thank you for the 28 months. Thundarius with a $5 says, hail the Ascendant Fives. Bearded Society, the Crit Cult, and Pork Chop Legion. Beardo, I have that stuff you were looking for. And for posterity, Xgay. Thank you. XK5, sorry, 5. Fuck, I messed it up. Thank you, Thundarius 5, for the $5, and Margaret Wiggle with the 5. Hey, my bros in chat, let's all wish a happy birthday to the one and only, the unique, fun-loving, and one-of-a-kind Deborah Perkins, and may there be more. Happy birthday, Deborah!
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday,
That's
Debbie
awesome.
from Dallas.
Let's go.
Shout out! Thank you, Margaret Wiggle, for the $5. Hell yeah! All right, boys, let's get into some stuff. Let's get into the stuff. How do I pull up my bookmarks? Where are they at? There they are. I have bookmarks.
Yeah. Believe in you.
Damn, I really want to play this video of... Okay, here we go. How about this? Since we were talking about Absolute Batman. Drew. This is Absolute Batman. A 6'9", 420-pound tank.
Yeah. I love the the bat logo, the chunky.
The chunky bat logo. So, dude, Drew, this guy, his cape, it's... How do you even describe his cape as a weapon?
It's full of... Because this Batman is actually probably smarter than the regular Batman.
Genius. Yeah.
He's genius level. But so it has these bands that run through his cape.
He calls them bridges.
Yeah, he calls them bridges, but they articulate and can get solid, and he can use them. They have tips on them that can literally stab into walls, and he can hang from his cape by these hard
And he uses them as weapons too, just beating the fuck out of people, stabbing people in certain joints and ligaments to make them immobile and stuff during a fight.
Yeah.
He can perch himself up on the ground so he's 20 feet in the air. So his cape is pretty sick. It's more versatile than just using for gliding.
Right.
Yeah.
That's dope.
His spikes on his back and on his shoulder pads are retractable, and he can fucking stab people if they try to attack him from behind.
They pop out like a porcupine.
Yeah. And then his crest on his chest, the bat logo, he pulls out of his utility belt a handle and takes off the bat logo, and it's a fucking axe.
Off of his chest.
Off of his chest. It's sick, dude. It's sick.
So it
And-
just comes out of the logo on the chest.
Yeah,
It-
it like
well, no.
clicks out.
So
Okay.
it's like rested on there, probably like magnetically or something, and
Right.
he pulls out a handle from his utility belt and clips it on the front of the logo and pulls it off, and it's now used as an axe.
That's hard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, it's
Yeah,
sick.
dude. That's hard.
And all the women in the comic, hot as fuck,
Oh yeah.
hot as fuck, dude.
Good, no trannies.
Harley Quinn might be.
I was
Jury's
about to
out.
say,
Jury's out on Harley Quinn.
Harley Quinn's pretty butch.
Yeah.
I think it's a chick, but I think they're leaning into the Harley Quinn
It
as a
is.
lesbian thing.
Yeah, Harley
Yeah.
Quinn had shaved head, almost kind of looks like Tim Drake Robin.
Yeah.
But Catwoman, fuck, bro.
Oh yeah.
Good.
Get the fuck out of here, dude. Catwoman's
Oh,
hot as
yeah.
fuck. Drew, have you seen the popcorn bucket for the Odyssey?
It's just the Trojan horse, right?
It's the Trojan horse, but did you see where the
there another
popcorn
one?
comes out of?
No. No way.
The popcorn comes out of his wiener, dude.
That's that cock cord.
Pop, dude, and that is a quarter, a fraction of a scoop of popcorn, dude. These
Oh, yeah.
popcorn buckets hold no popcorn anymore.
Psh.
It's just a glorified toy.
They knew what they were doing with that. They want you to pour it. Like
Dude,
this.
it's wiener popcorn, man.
It
They
is
want
wiener
They
popcorn.
want you like this, bro.
It's horse dick popcorn, man.
Right.
I'll
there. They
I'll
want
say
you like
this:
that.
my Skeletor holds a shit ton of popcorn.
See,
Ton
okay,
of
that's
popcorn.
practical. That makes sense.
That's a popcorn bucket right there. That's
Yeah.
a proper popcorn bucket.
It makes sense. Yeah.
I don't get why it looks like it was made from like a hunk of chocolate. There's like no other colors on it. It's just a brown freaking turd, like where you eat popcorn out of his dong. I don't even understand. What were they
Yeah, it
thinking?
does look like a giant bar of chocolate,
Yeah.
which makes sense. That's appropriate. The movie's gonna be.
So that's absolute
I mean?
Batman, absolute
Yeah.
Superman, and absolute Wonder Woman.
There you go.
Dude, look at fucking Batman, dude. Just a fucking tank, dude.
Yeah, bro.
Oh yeah.
It's
Yeah.
I can't wait for the next volume to come out. I almost want to get the individual issues.
I know. I'm
know?
I'm almost in the same boat. And apparently they are like they've reinvigorated DC and they've been like selling out. Apparently they're already on printing a second wave of Absolute Green Arrow because they all sold out.
They sold out.
It just started this month and apparently it's fantastic. Everybody's saying it's awesome.
Yeah, I saw Brimstone. Brimstone was he got it day one and he finished it. And he's like, dude, don't walk, run to go get Absolute Green Arrow. So if it's that good, I Green Arrow. It's like okay, he has his moments. Green Arrow has his moments. Oliver Queen, but
Yeah.
Didn't really scratch the itch when it came to the superhero department. But if Absolute Green Arrow is like you're saying, he's like a slasher, killer, murderer.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
yeah.
I'd be into that. It is the Jugs of June, chat. So, Blaine, did you come prepared for Jugs of June?
No, I did not.
Drew, is it okay if we do a little bit of Jugs of June, some gooning?
Go for it.
You don't have to participate. You don't have to participate. But it's our counter to the Pride Month. It's Jugs of June, where we just
Gotcha.
look at chicks with big titties and objectify them.
Keep it hetero.
Right.
You got to
Most
balance
hetero.
it, man. All right, Jugs of June, real quick.
Melon! Big, juicy melon!
Yeah.
Let's go.
Jugs of June. Are you guys familiar with Caitlin Clark? Plays for
Yes.
the Indiana Fever, WNBA
Yes.
player. Okay. So when she was coming out of college, coming out of Iowa, and she's getting drafted, everyone's kind of like, Caitlin Clark. Mainly because she's really good at basketball and she's a white chick, a minority in a diversified profession. So I didn't really understand the hype of Caitlin Clark. Dude, she is blossoming, bro. I am
yeah?
about the Caitlin Clark.
She's leggy.
Nice, athletic legs. She's got a dumper on the other side of that, dude. Some, nice medium to large size boobies. Very healthy, athletic. You're making super babies with that woman.
Yeah.
Professional athlete babies. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I believe that there is I don't know if it was AI, if they were like, hey, Grok, what would she look like when walking away? but I did see one from the other side as if she was walking away or towards the car, and I want to see if I can find it.
I did save one I wanted to bring up. I think they're trying to work her into being the next it girl. Are you guys familiar with Odessa Azion?
Odessa.
You know who she?
If I see her, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, is she from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
No. She's like
her?
This is a new up and coming actress, and she's all right. You know, I'm picking up what she's putting down. You know, and I think that Hollywood's trying to make her the next thing. She's
I wonder if she has the right politics. If this is if this is the left's Sydney Sweeney.
It could be. I haven't heard her say anything too overly controversial yet, but she started showing up in more things, and she has this kind of like raspy voice. It's interesting. She's a vibe for sure, but she's got it going on. She's pretty built, you know.
Yeah,
so
it's the septum nose.
Yeah, I know it makes you worry. You're like,
it makes you worry a little bit because some girls can pull it off. There's some chicks that have had like a small septum ring or something, and it's like it works for them and their look that they're going for. But that is a very small percentage of women where they can actually pull it off. Most of the time, it's very unpleasant.
Right. She's making it work, I think, for the most part. But still, you wonder. You're like, is this you signaling some terrible politics here to all of us? But I mean, she's in Hollywood, so like,
and
also
the single tattoo on her arm, it's like, daddy issues, you know. But sometimes could be fun. Once. It could be for a one-timer thing.
Right. But yeah, I think she's all right.
We got some muscle mommy action. Let me see. I can find a good one. I think I've showed her last week for Jugs of June. Where's she at? Ooh.
Try.
All right. I think this is YouTube safe. She's got a question for you, Blaine.
Oh my goodness. Which listen, you know, there's a lot happening here.
That is a healthy woman. That is a healthy woman. I don't care. The biggest fake boobies, I don't care. It's Jugs of June. It's Jugs of June. Okay? They can be fake if they want to.
Right.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
Great follow, by the way. Drew, did you see the Nintendo guy
oh my gosh.
on yesterday's thing, the Nintendo Direct?
I watched it, some of it, the end of it, I think. Last half of it.
He was using he was using one of the Joy-Cons to do the new thumb wrestling game. But he was doing it under. Thumbs? So he's doing one with the so he's doing this but lower than the camera. So he's like
poor guy, dude.
And it's meme now, dude.
It is the meme.
It's the meme template now, dude. And somebody put together all these, hotter Eastern developed chicks in video games compared to the Western developed chicks in video games, and they made a meme out of them. So here we go.
That game looks incredible, by the way. Oh, dude, what they did to Cortana.
They ruined her.
Bro. Oh, and then this retarded game. Jeez.
I know, dude. I know, bro. That's hilarious. All right, I guess that could be Jugs of June. That could be Jugs of June. I don't want to make Drew...
The ultimate gooning meme has now been born.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
And it's not done, dude. It's not over with. It's not over with. I just... Dude... Okay, I do need to. I guess this will technically be Jugs of June. It's more Absolute Batman, but with Catwoman, Absolute Catwoman. Just for scale, dude. And Drew.
Yeah.
Drew. They're fucking.
Oh, yeah.
Often.
Yep.
Often fucking.
Oh, this is necessary because everything you get is just like butch, dude-looking women in gaming and in comics and in Hollywood, and it's just like you're not allowed to have any type of actual feminine looking female.
Oh, we'll get to that. We will get to that For sure. 'Cause
Refreshing to know that we are kind of getting somewhat back to that.
Right.
Well, yeah, and it's all in the Eastern developed games, the Korean games, even Chinese games, and especially the Japanese, your Capcoms and stuff. Like,
Right.
hot women in video games, dude. Like, this is fantasy. This is fiction.
Right.
Like, we don't need to be represented. Like, I mean, every time I play a Batman game, I'm represented. But I mean, we don't. We want to see. We want to see competent people in video games playing the competent role, but also be fucking smoking hot chicks, bro. Well, that's what we want.
Yes, and just particularly in gaming, dude. I don't.
Especially
that's kind of what gaming is supposed to be. People are like, it's not realistic. And that's what I understand about these, you know, you got these feminists and these gays and these gaming studios, and they're like, well, we need the representation. So your representation is like just a butch, ugly protagonist.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's like, okay, so you're just pretty much admitting you're butch, you're ugly, and no one cares about you, which we get, but I guess if that's realistic, but it doesn't work in
well, let's get right into it. Let's get right into it because with this whole Stellar Blade thing, and you have moronic women, and I've played this video of this chick so many times, moronic women who are complaining about these attractive women in video games. What happened to my camera? Blaine, what'd you do?
Well, I didn't do it.
You're blurry, your focus. You're out of focus.
Yeah. There you go. You're back.
Quick StreamYard trick. If you get out of focus, switch your camera's quality to 720 and then go back up to 1080. Fixes it every time.
Oh.
Don't be doing the finger trick on your fucking camera to try to focus it back up again. It doesn't work. It makes it worse. See? Made it worse for a sec. No, bro. Like these. Just look at your Star Wars Outlaws. What they did to her, because that's a very beautiful actress who you hired and paid a lot of money for to be your main character in your game, and you butch her up, dude. You fuck her up. Mary Jane in the Spider-Man 2 game. Let alone the difference between Spider-Man 1 to Spider-Man 2, and it's like, okay, this is a clear indication that you guys purposefully tried to make her more ugly. The actress, the poor actress, man, because she gets to be in a video game.
And they're good looking.
And they're beautiful.
Like with this God of War spinoff.
Yes, exactly.
The mocap actress, I don't know if she does the voice.
Like that.
She's not ugly.
Yes. Yeah. Whatever. The chick who plays.
Outlaws? Yeah.
That's Star Wars Outlaws. So
Like,
on the left, very pretty girl. Very pretty. And then look what they did to her, dude.
I mean,
it's insulting.
Smokes.
I understand you got paid and they can do with whatever they want with it because they paid you.
What is that? That's like that.
But it's insulting,
Stranger
man.
Things?
Right.
What's
From
her name?
Stranger Things. Are you talking about?
Damn.
Oh shit.
She's like
Wheeler.
Yeah.
I know
Nancy
Nancy
Wheeler.
Wheeler.
That's like the Nancy Wheeler look, and even her, that actress is not bad looking, but in Stranger Things, she just looks really butch, dude.
It's like they made them look worse.
Season 4, season 5, she was really bad because
they slapped the Joe Dirt haircut on these women. And they give them like these masculine features, and it just doesn't work.
They do the job.
They give them this.
And I love the mullet, the Joe Dirt. I'm not against mullets. It's just when you throw that on a female, bro,
on a woman,
right? What are we doing?
What are we doing here?
Yeah, dude, it's just even looking at this, and they keep doing it. They keep doing it. If I was this actress, I would be
dude. It's these ugly women. I think it's these ugly women and gays that have mommy issues that are taking the opportunity to just, crap all over good-looking women. And I think that's pretty much what it comes to. I don't even think it's so much representation anymore. I think they just really want to screw all of us that don't want to see that. But ultimately, like good-looking women out there, that's why I think they'll bring in these mocap actresses and then butch them. Like, screw you. You're not gonna look good. You look good in real life, but in our game, you're just gonna be the ugly, butched homo version that we want you to look like.
Yeah, and the problem is
that humiliation ritual. And you think about it, like you're not going to have a career, you're not going to get paid, you think your good looks got you here, but we're just going to botch you in our game.
It's insulting, dude. It is insulting because you're hired because you are an attractive person, and they only do it to the women. They only do it to the women. You don't see them taking male characters and have the face model and then butch them. It's only the women, dude, and it's insulting. And they don't know what they want because they want more female representation in video games, more female main characters in video games.
They don't even know what a female is, so it's just
right. They can't even qualify what a female is.
How do you even do that? They won't even define what that even means. In their mind, it just comes out being a man.
But they say woman, but it's like, well, it can't be an attractive woman. It can't be a woman facing any adversity. It can't be a woman with a hero's journey. It needs to be a Mary Sue,
a man
who's good
that
at
claims to be a
everything,
woman. That's it. It has to be a man that claims to be a woman. That's their definition of a woman in all of this. That's why it comes out looking like that.
Yep.
How do you take an actual mocap female and then make it what you want? That's why they're all looking like dudes. Yeah, you go into a bar and you can pick them out like that. You know, it's like that's not a woman, dude. You know, there's something.
We don't need to be represented in video games, and the people that you think you're trying to represent to pander for, aren't playing your video games. They're not. Right. They're not watching the movies. They're not buying the action figures. They're not playing. First of all, they're not paying for the video game in the first place, let alone playing it most of the time. Like, who's playing the video games? Us dudes. And guess what? The female gamers that we're friends with, associated with, your Vera Darks and Wicked Virtues and stuff, the likes of those chicks who actually game, they want hot chicks in video games too. They don't want freaking Helga from wherever, ugly, fat, big jaw, receding hairline woman as the main character of a game. Look what they did to the Horizon Forbidden West, the Horizon whatever, Zero Dawn, those games. Like what they did to her.
Yeah,
it's terrible, dude.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. It's like you could freaking walk into Walmart right down the road and see all the ugly people you want. You know what I'm saying? Like I can go out and see that whenever I want. I don't go to my media to find that. I can go outside, find it really easily. I'm good, you know. And they know that. They know all this. It's all about making a statement, and it's like, well, your statement is destroying everything. So let me know how that works out for you.
I just think it's funny. I think it's hilarious. They're like, we want to be realistic, so we have to make our women ugly like us. Like, okay.
I think it's deeper than that. I think they are vindictive, and no, you're right. It is part of it, but it's also deeper. Like it's something built up and pent up inside them. This vendetta against us, because it is such a male-dominated industry, and women hate seeing men happy and comfortable. How many times have you had a girlfriend in the past or a wife, and it's just like, man, finally you're sitting on the couch, you're scrolling on the phone, and it's like, hey, do you want to go shopping? Can you vacuum? Hey, the lawn's getting a little long. Do you want to, help me do the dishes and stuff? And it's like,
well, keyword you used, Beardo. Keyword. You used the word. Did you say resent? Is that what you said?
Or
resent?
No, I said vendetta.
Vendetta. Yeah, the keywords: vendetta, resentful,
resentment.
When you got that building up in a marriage or a relationship over time, that is just, you are gonna head off a cliff. So imagine all of that, like you just said, in the gaming industry. And now we live in this era where these feminists and these gays, they're all giving all of the keys to the castle. They're not going to use it to make great content. They're going to use it to...
They're going to use it to get at us because they hate us. They hate us, and they hate that we're happy. So we're going to take what you love.
And beautiful heterosexual women, too. Yeah.
We're going to take what you love, and we're going to ruin it. And then what do you have? You have nothing. And then it's like a prize to them. It's a reward. Hey, I took that from you. They feel good for a little bit.
Right.
It's sad, man. It's sad. But you know who isn't doing that? That seems to be a Western thing going on here in America and stuff. At least making good video games. Because the video game could be good, but you just got someone fucking butch in it, man. It's like, why do you do this to such a good, beloved franchise? And that's exactly what we were saying. But the Japanese aren't doing that. Drew, am I allowed to? Never mind.
On Rumble, you're fine. I think on Rumble and Kick, but
it's just a shortened version. I didn't mean it derogatory. I love Japanese people and women and video games. This is Claire Redfield rendered, the official character model for Resident Evil Veronica, the remake of Code Veronica, coming out next year. And yeah, that's Claire. That's Claire. Hot, not butched, very feminine looking. So, I mean, Drew, go for it.
Yeah, I mean, we've been talking about this for years now since we've been friends, and I've been coming on your show. This is the remake I've been waiting for. It's this one, right? Because I love Claire. She's a great character alongside of her brother Chris Redfield, and their whole arc coming out of Raccoon City and the incident at the mansion. And people that are unfamiliar with the original Resident Evil Code Veronica that came out in 2001, I believe, 2001. It was the continuation. It was meant to actually be the actual sequel to Resident Evil 2 instead of Resident Evil 3, but it got reworked because of the console generation and the updated graphics that were taking place. I think with it was a Dreamcast at the time and coming out
Dreamcast,
of
right?
PlayStation, and so they decided to kind of wait on it. RE3 OG was gonna kind of stick with the PlayStation era, and then this was gonna be the next gen of graphics, because this game is where they jumped from the pre-rendered graphics that you see in the OG games to the actual 3D rendered graphics that
in Resident Evil 4
OG games in Resident Evil. So this came out before Resident Evil 4, but so this was kind of like the next gen, and it just wasn't done. I would say the execution, the story's there, the elements are there, the location is there, the characters are there, the villains, the protagonists, all of it is there. It's just the side characters, they're all there. And I think most Resident Evil fans that are fans of Code Veronica will agree that, this game probably deserves the remake treatment the most.
Ever since 2018, when they did Resident Evil 2 remake.
Yeah.
They didn't want Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 3 remake. They weren't asking for Resident Evil 4 remake, although it was probably high on the list. The remake they wanted since 2018, once they knew Capcom was doing this, Code Veronica.
Yeah.
That was the number one.
I think most people that'll say, like, okay, Capcom, they're just milking, the remake cow, and it's for profit, which, I mean, obviously it's for both. These games are great games, but an actual, good case for what deserves a remake, this is it right here. And I think what this game is going to do, if it's done right, I think it'll have the RE4 remake effect, because Resident Evil 4 is the spiritual sequel to RE2 in terms of Leon's story.
Yes.
So this Code Veronica, the original Code Veronica, now it's just Veronica. They took away the code, which is fine. This is the spiritual sequel to Claire. So, I mean, if you look at it in terms of like OG RE2 or even the RE2 remake, you got scenario A, scenario B on both sides, Claire and Leon.
Yeah, you got Leon A, Claire B, Leon A.
Right.
So there's four different stories that you can play.
RE2, technically should have multiple remakes for these two characters. Multiple sequels of the continuations of their story. So I think RE4 is for Leon, and then Code Veronica is for Claire Redfield, which is huge, because you've got, I was talking to my wife about this earlier, because she loves all the lore and she knows I'm a huge nerd when it comes to Resident Evil. And, from my perspective, when you take a look at RE2 OG, RE3 OG, and then you go straight into 4, all those mainline games, that story is kind of, you've got RE1 is the story. And then you go to 0, right? The prequel to RE1.
Right.
The mansion, Jill, Barry, Wesker, Chris Redfield, that's all introduced, right? Then go to RE2, it's the next gen. You got Leon, you've got Claire, and then you have elements of STARS and the STARS room and the police department. It's Raccoon City, it's the outbreak. RE3 was not technically a sequel. It was just it was Nemesis continuation.
It was just Resident Evil Nemesis, and they slapped a 3 on it.
Right. It was just Jill's version of being in Raccoon City during the outbreak and the end of the Raccoon City story in terms of the thermonuke, but they retconned that. So what this game does, which I think is incredible, even with the OG, is it kind of ties all of that in before you get to 4 and anything beyond. So this game does a good job with tying in Chris and his rivalry with Wesker as that continues from 1. And then the siblings are in the game together, but the location in Rockford Island with, the Ashford family, with the continuation of the history of Umbrella. And so it just seems like all of the elements in this game really do come together really well in terms of the story, in my opinion. And so that's what I'm excited, because all I keep hearing about this remake, because today the embargo was lifted from Capcom. A bunch of influencers they had a special attendance like Requiem at the Summer Game Fest of 2026. So they're all coming out with what they said and the interviews they did with the directors, which, by the way, which is cool. is the producer of the OG Code Veronica is doing this remake. And the director of RE2 remake and RE4 remake are both collaborating on this Code Veronica. So you got all three of these guys working on this game. Yeah.
Good.
So
And
that's a good sign.
2 remake
That's
is
really
a
good sign.
freaking masterpiece. Like 2 remakes so good. I've loved when I played through it recently, and I've got the others because I got them all together. So I gotta keep trucking. But now with this, so this takes place after 2, right? Is what you just said?
It's 3 months after 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
3 months immediately. Man, when they were doing the remakes, and I love Resident Evil 4 remake, but there's just something about Resident Evil 4 as a whole, whether it's the OG or remake, is that, what is it, 6 or 7 years gap of Leon that they give to you in text. It's just a script of like, yeah, Leon did this. Leon went to the military. Now he works for the president. And it's like, oh, fuck. And it literally says, Umbrella has fallen.
Right.
There's no more Umbrella. And it's like, I feel like I missed something here. But apparently a lot of it is explained in Code Veronica. It maybe would have been nice if we got the Code Veronica remake before the 4 remake.
Right.
Yeah, and there's a big debate, especially for newcomers of the series and the franchise, and I've been hearing that a lot too, is it's a game that has been argued for years. Is this like canon? Is this a part
Code
of the
Veronica?
mainline? Yeah, it's been argued for a long time, and the directors have finally come out and said, we are treating this remake as important as an RE2, RE3, RE4. This is a mainline game to us in terms of the story, and it's going to have lore and connections to future Resident Evil installments as well. They've talked about Requiem, and so I think this game is going to be pivotal for the story to where the franchise is going to go in the future, because it does tie in Wesker. This game ties in Chris, Wesker, Raccoon City, the future of where Wesker and Chris go in 5, and so there's a lot here that. And then Claire's story. I've always felt like Claire deserved a serious game post Raccoon City, just like Leon got in RE4. And that's what this game, I think, is going to be. That's what the OG was meant to be. It just wasn't executed well. So I can understand why people don't like that game. Even like in terms of pacing, that game will punish you if you make the wrong choices. There are parts in that game later in the game where you're cooked. You're cooked, dude. You will literally have to probably start all over.
I've heard that.
So there's big problems with it. It's a great game. I love it. It's probably my favorite Resident Evil game, because the story, the elements, the location, it's just right there. It's like right there for the taking, the island, and you know what I mean? So I'm excited to see this, dude. I think it's going to be great if they do it well.
I've heard amongst the OG Resident Evil fans that Code Veronica is widely accepted to be the hardest, most difficult Resident Evil game. And going back to like what they're doing with the remakes, because we pretty much have confirmation of this in Requiem, is that all these remakes that they're doing is, yes, obviously you're going to make a boatload of money, but it's for the future. They are now like solidifying canon for these remakes into the newer Resident Evil games that we're getting, because Leon in Resident Evil 9 and Requiem, like we're getting flashbacks to remake. We're not getting the flashbacks to the original 1998 Resident Evil 2. This is a clear sequel. Requiem is a clear sequel to remake. And going forward with, other Resident Evil games like Resident Evil 10 and so on, like they're building this canon with Claire Redfield, this having be a true sequel for her, so that in future games, Resident Evil 10, whenever she appears again, we are going to have some background canon that we can refer to in these remakes. That's the whole point of these remakes, is to solidify the new canon going forward for these Resident Evil games after 7 and 8, which are pretty much standalone. 7 and 8 are kind of like in their own little branch side section over here. 7 and 8, fun games. Really enjoyed 7 and Village. I really love Village, Drew. I fucking love Village.
I know you love that game. Not a bad game.
It's not a bad game. It's not a bad game, but you're getting away from the zombies and stuff, and Umbrella and viruses, and now it's mold and a lot of supernatural stuff and supernatural elements and shit to it. Whatever. But the main line is just, I appreciate that they're remaking these and we're getting a bright future for Resident Evil with all of this backstory with the remakes we're getting to look forward to 10 and 11 and so on going forward.
And I mean, it's smart too, just because it's like there's so many people that these games have been around for so long, and it's hard to bring people to play older versions of games, especially ones as old as some of these. It's really smart for them for such a long running franchise to be like, look, here's a brand new shiny, like all the problems fixed version, and it seems like everybody's pretty unanimously happy with that. It's like that's how you bring in new fans into this old franchise that goes back so far. Which, and I mean, Final Fantasy's kind of doing it now too. Now, granted, all the Final Fantasies aren't connected, but in the way that this is, but still, it's smart. That's how you bring new generations to stuff in a smart way, and it's not like they're crapping on these older versions and making them worse or changing the characters drastically to make them unappealing, or like you were saying, Beardo, is like the Japanese is doing things right, which in all of this is kind of also why so many people are getting pulled over to things like anime, is because like there's the weirdness of anime and some of the things where once you get past that hump of getting used to some of that, you don't have to deal with all the Western crap. Because I mean, I caught a ton of crap when I first started Criticless because all these people were reviewing anime stuff, and I'm just like, I'm not going to do it. It's too weird, man. Japanese stuff, it's so strange, whatever. And now I've watched like tons of anime, and I'm way more into it than I was expecting, just because it is so nice to just not get absolutely sidelined by this just lame shit that they're pummeling in our Western stuff. Is Japan just really doesn't do it. And the only time you see it in most of the Japanese stuff is when you find out that some Western people have been involved.
Well, in a lot of the times it's with the translations. When when the game is sent over here to America and we have to translate it, then they'll put in some of the bullshit into the dialogue and stuff. I mean, dude, look what they did with Ada in Resident Evil 4 Remake. It's like the Western American devs, whatever, Capcom America decided, well, Ada Wong was voiced by a white redhead in Resident Evil 2. We can't have that. An Asian, a Japanese lady needs to be voiced by a Japanese lady. So let's recast her. And it was horrible. Yeah, the localizers. Thank you. That's the word for it. The localizers. It was horrible. Ada Wong, it's like you're looking at her. You're like, fuck yeah, Ada. Holy shit. Look at that red sweater dress you're wearing. Holy shit. Let me put a big titty mod on her. That'll be even better. And then you hear her talk, and it's like, God.
Yeah.
We can't have nice things, man.
Yeah, she sounds boring in that game, but I think they've learned a lot.
Uninterested.
Yeah, I think they've learned a lot from the mistakes of RE3 remake. Like you said, even, in RE4, where fans are really at, what they really want, and I think the hardest thing for them is bridging the gap, that generational gap between, newcomers and OGs in terms of the story and having to catch people up and appeal people. So, I think Capcom has done a really, really good job in an attempt to do something like that. I mean, these are things that have never been done before. And to be completely honest with you, we've had remakes, we've had, revamps. I think there's a difference between, like a graphic update of just the same game.
There's remasters and remakes.
Right, right. And so that's kind of what we've seen with these. And I just think that because this game on the website, the devs talking about it, they're using words like reimagine, remix, which kind of make you nervous sometimes. But if you understand what happened with Code Veronica, like in 2001, it was a great game. It kind of needs something like this. You don't want to, you honestly, in my opinion, you don't want a direct remake of what that game was, because it has a lot of problems with it. But I think it, like I said, I think it deserves a reimagine and a remix of what they were attempting to do in 2001.
Based off of what you were just saying a little bit ago, hopefully I can say in Capcom we trust, because if they are going to make this story a little bit more important for the future canon and giving Claire something and like making this in a more established true sequel in the Resident Evil series, then reimagined and maybe retold. What were the words that you used that they said in their interview? Reimagine. Maybe that's because it's not going to be entirely too faithful one for one, which none of these remakes have been one for one. Whether they added stuff or maybe took some stuff away that they felt like was irrelevant, like the whole Watchtower thing in Resident Evil 3 remake and stuff. People are pissed about that. But to kind of reimagine and remix Resident Evil Code Veronica to give Claire and Chris and Wesker, like you were saying, that more important story that going forward when they eventually remake 5, if they do that, to really catch you up with Chris and Jill, and it's not just flashbacks. Like, you actually are caught up on stuff with this stuff going on with Wesker and how he's mutated and shit. So, and another thing, what you said, Drew, is like these remakes serve a purpose, not for the true OG fans who have played all the originals to buy it again and play the new one, but for newcomers like me. That was me, dude, in 2018. I had never played a Resident Evil game before. And then I see Resident Evil 2 Remake. I'm like, oh, everybody's talking about this online. Let me play it. This will be the first time. And I fell in love with the series. I'll admit it. I'm a newbie to the Resident Evil franchise. I haven't played any of the OGs except for 4. I played 4 OG. And I love it. And they have a customer from me for life because of the remakes. So, and I know Blaine and Xwing, you guys are the same way, as like your first introduction to the series was a remake. So you're serving a purpose here to bring in a new audience, but also, you know, paying homage and giving some respect to the true OGs.
Right. And Capcom has done a really good job, like reinventing themselves. That's what RE4 OG was, you know, like a departure from, I mean, they are the survival horror video game genre masters. So, you know, when they go down these paths, it's, we can say, I think to an extent in Capcom, we trust, I mean, this is their baby. But I don't think they ever want a repeat of what happened with RE3 remake.
With RE3 remake.
Yeah,
well,
I don't, but you never
and correct
know.
me if I'm wrong, Drew, that's because, and real quick, yes, you're right. Capcom is always reinventing Resident Evil and stuff, and kind of, and every time they've done it, they kind of went back to basics, but they had to reinvent themselves shortly after 4 with 7.
Right.
Totally resetted everything. We're going back to the basics of survival horror. We're not even going to touch Umbrella or any of these legacy characters. We need to get this right, and we're going to do a brand new story with Ethan Winters and his family and the Baker house. So, but yeah, and then what was I saying first?
For newcomers, bridging that gap.
Well, that too. Oh, yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong. With Resident Evil 3 Remake, since they were developing Village at the same time, wasn't there a Capcom B team that was solely responsible
that are working on these games, on these remakes? And so that's what I'm saying. When I hear you've got RE2 remake director, RE4 remake director, and then you've got the OG,
the original Code Veronica one,
Code Veronica as a producer, and then you kind of hear the statements that have come out since the Summer Game Fest. This was what, last week now? Yeah. They're using words like remix, reimagine, and maintaining the essence of how that game felt in terms of, I think, like atmosphere, which is good to hear. But reimagining, obviously, the gameplay updated, some of maybe the story rearranged and changed, and just making the game more fluid and make more sense. I just, what I want out of this is the RE4 remake treatment. That's kind of, in terms of like, that's a big game to handle, dude. That's a big game to remake. And I was nervous about that game, very nervous about that game. And, you know, when it came out, I'm like, all right, let's see how this goes. And I just think if they could recapture that development in terms of story, gameplay, I mean, obviously not the same type of gameplay. I'm just in terms of like this actually makes sense and it feels good and it's appropriate. I think if they can capture that with this remake, I think they'll succeed for sure. And I think they have the potential to do it with the island and all the elements. Same thing. Same thing.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're having the best of the best at Capcom and not that B team that was in charge of Resident Evil 3, but you've learned from that, hopefully fired or at least reassigned some of those people, and you're having the A team, like the all-star team you're bringing in for Code Veronica, man, we're going to be eating good, hopefully. Blaine, have you seen the trailer?
I have not seen the trailer for the new game, no.
Well, let's go ahead and watch it. We'll go ahead and watch the trailer. We'll talk about it, and then that'll be a perfect segue to get into the director's comments that we got through the embargo lift today. You guys hear it?
Yes, sir.
Perfect.
Yes? So, you're the American who called earlier. The sister of the man on the 3rd floor. Ah, welcome to Paris. It's so nice to meet you. Oh, it's freezing. Come in. Come in. We don't want you to catch a cold. I hate to say it, but your brother is, well, quite odd. In we go.
The graphics look really good.
Oh la la.
So good, dude.
Mais quel pagaille! He's made such a mess again. Think, I just cleaned it up a week ago. It's like a boulder rolled through here. Huh? Ah, the delightful biscuit. I'm sure he won't notice if we help ourselves. Oh, I'm so sorry. It must be the maintenance man from this morning. Won't be long. I'll bring some nice coffee to go with the biscuit.
And this is supposed to be Chris's apartment, right?
Don't move. Claire Redfield.
Bro. Drew, go ahead and start.
Number one, I just think she looks incredible, dude.
She looks so good. Exactly like 2, except better graphics.
I know people were complaining about that one shot, her face, where it's kind of angled with the light.
It was just the shading.
No, you know what it is?
It's
this. It's her in RE2 remake. I don't think we have seen face animations like that with this character, because she looks more aggressive. She looks. I mean, you just look at her face. I mean, this is 3 months after. She's not like Leon S. Kennedy level type stuff, but she just went through Raccoon City. She's kind of understanding there's a conspiracy. But I think the character, I think she actually resembles a little more to the OG model of Claire with the eyebrows like this. That when I see that, that's what I saw when I first saw that. When I saw that shot, I'm like, dang, they right there. Look, you don't see that in the RE2 remake. See that right there. That aggressive eyebrow look, you see that in the OG Code Veronica, and that made me happy when I saw that. I'm like, okay, I wanted to see her resemble a little more of that character, and I think they're going in that direction. She doesn't look too far away from the RE2 remake. I just think these are animations you didn't see in that game, and now you're seeing them. Yeah,
technological advancement and stuff like that in the past couple of years.
Probably better mocap now, you know.
Probably better. But so this one is the one that people were like, they made her ugly. It's like, did you watch the end of the trailer when they literally show her face right here? And it's like, yeah, this is Claire from RE2.
Right.
We know this Claire.
Yep.
I don't know why my YouTube is fucking up. I probably need to refresh it. Blaine, your first viewing of the trailer. What are you thinking, man? What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, graphics and everything look absolutely phenomenal. And just the level of detail, all of that looks excellent. It is interesting the way that they started it with like the little old lady and stuff. It's like, you know, to a to someone who hasn't played it or know anything about it, it's an interesting approach for them instead of going straight for business. But once it gets rolling along, you're like, oh, okay, like I see where they're headed with this. And I mean, it looks very cool. I'm super interested in it. Like, I don't really know what it's all about, like, or where it's headed, but I'm intrigued, right? Like,
I think you'll love it, man. I do. Yeah.
I mean, I know nothing about Code Veronica, man. Never played it. I'm not caught up on the lore or anything, so this is going to be a first time for me too. It's like it might as well be a new Resident Evil entry for me,
right?
Because I've never played the original. I've seen some stuff, Drew, that they're calling it Veronica because this is the 5th remake, so they're calling it REV, Roman numeral for 5.
Right. And so some of these interviews, we'll get to it in a little bit. The devs are going in a new direction with the titlings. They want to get away, I think, from the Roman numerals in terms of like, you know,
and each one is a unique title,
right? So I think they're going like Resident Evil Requiem. They tied the 9 in, but I think they're going in the direction of Resident Evil name.
Yes.
Which I like, because like, I mean, you look at Final Fantasy, it's like Final Fantasy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It just keeps going and going. I'm like, just I think I like the idea of a franchise that's this old, just going in the direction of dropping the numbers at that point, you know?
Yeah, because
we're gonna be at Resident Evil 100 one day. Like, you gotta
exactly,
give it a title, dude, you know?
and it needs to be unique, you know. So when you hear it, it's like, oh, which one was Resident Evil 78? And it's like, well, when you hear Resident Evil Village, you know exactly which one that was. When you hear Resident Evil Biohazard, you know exactly which one that one was. Requiem. Oh, it had the Requiem gun in it. That's the one with Leon and Ashley. Leon and Grace.
Yeah, I'm always 50-50 on that because it's hard because when they go in numerical order, or not like when they go in order, like when the series is literally in order, it does make it hard when they're named like that to be like, but where does this one fall in line? Was this technically 3? I almost like when they do both, you know, where it's like you give it the name, but then you're also like, but also it's 9. Like this. Well, so that way, you know, like, oh, that's where it falls in the series.
Right.
Yeah, and then what they did with Village was VILL, which if you look at it, it's Roman numerals 8. And then with Requiem, there was somewhere in there, was it the Q or something that they made?
Q was a 9 backwards.
The Q looked like a 9. Yeah. So going forward, like if Resident Evil 10, it'll probably have a unique name that refers to 10. But anyways.
But in terms of the content in that trailer, man, by the way, if you're unfamiliar with Code Veronica, in my opinion, I think it has the best soundtrack in the entire of all Resident Evil.
Really? Better than 2?
Better than 2. The absolute best. Because that was supposed to be like the next level of graphics, 3D rendering, the music, audio, gameplay. So if you probably find it on Spotify, just play it while you're at the gym or whatever. You'll see what I'm talking about. So when you hear the music, behind this trailer, you hear the essence of it. You hear the it's very orchestra based, and they did it perfectly with the horror. And so you see the Ashford son in there. You see, I think that was a shot of Steve Burnside with the hoodie on, because his hair is red if you pause it, which is a controversial side character. Go Veronica.
Oh, I saw something where she calls one of the characters in the OG a queer. Why you dress like a cross-dressing woman, you queer, or something like that.
Freak. So that's part of the story. I don't want to spoil too much for you guys, but the essence in that teaser is pretty intact with the locations. You see the island, you see the Rockford Island, and then so part of what we've been hearing, I think even in I don't know if it's on the website, but they're talking about the gameplay in terms of the zombies moving in hordes or moving in swarms. And I think
on the website, let's see if we can pull
I think
up
it's on, I don't know, but that's kind of what we've been hearing. And so, which will be interesting.
Where would I go? About?
Story, maybe? About or story?
Here we go.
We can go through it. It's short.
3 months have passed. Okay.
There you go.
Let's see. Resident Evil Veronica is a remake of 2000's Resident Evil Code Veronica. This new title preserves the essence of the original game while introducing modernized gameplay, a reimagined storyline. Hopefully, reimagined just means more in depth, more important, and vividly detailed graphics, very vivid. In 2027, madness and intrigue, love and hate all combine into creating a chilling new entry in survival horror. The story. 3 months have passed since the biological disaster in Raccoon City. Claire Redfield, having survived along with Leon S. Kennedy and Sherry Birkin, travels to France in search of her brother, Chris Redfield. However, what awaits her is not a reunion with her brother, but the Umbrella Special Forces unit responsible for the incident. They capture Claire and transport her to a mysterious island. Now, Claire must make a desperate attempt to escape the remote Rockford Island, which, due to another biological disaster, has transformed into a living hellscape of survival horror. Now, Claire must make a desperate attempt to... did I read that one? Now, Claire must make a desperate attempt to escape the remote Rockford Island, which, due to another... Yeah, okay, that's it. Claire Redfield, we know about Claire. Rockford Island, locations, perfect. Love the architecture, man. That screams Resident Evil to me.
It looks, and those are all iconic scenes. That's the inside of the mansion / castle area that you eventually get to in the game. That's where you meet Edward Ashford, I believe, or his son. And then that location in the middle is, I think, like near where you kind of meet Steve Burnside. And that's kind of the giant gate to get to the next section on Rockford Island in the OG. And then that's the island on the left, which is... So these are all the iconic locations of this game. And they look phenomenal.
And then, let's see. You have this article here from VGC. We can go through. Is this where some of the information is from some of the directors, their comments?
Yeah, this is there's a ton of these out there today. They lifted an embargo. This is just one of many, I think.
Okay. Yeah. Resident Evil Veronica producer explains why it deserves a remake and is just as important as numbered entries. Good. Everybody has asked the question, says Resident Evil Code Veronica producer Yoshiaki Hirabishiwishi when I quiz him on why Capcom decided to drop the code from its latest remake. In Capcom's golden era, its Resident Evil remakes have been its star players, racking up millions in sales and plaudits from players and critics alike. However, few were expecting it to turn to Code Veronica, a lesser-known Sega Dreamcast game, for its next big reanimation. And why the name change? The answer to both these questions, here Biashi says, is that the game's development team sees Veronica as far more integral installment in the Resident Evil series than some historical records might show. We respect the original title very deeply, and that goes for all aspects, including the title Code Veronica, he tells VGC following its remake reveal at Summer Games Fest. However, to us, Code Veronica is just as vital and important as a numbered Resident Evil entry. So the discussion that arose in the development team was what's something we can do to communicate that to our audience. I appreciate that.
That's huge. And that's why I think you got the RE2 remake director, RE4 remake director. I think that's why they got that A-team now. They got the A-team on this game.
Yeah. He explains, it is a good sign. He explains, if you think about our recent mainline entries in the titles, you probably notice a pattern that they have one word subtitle that encapsulates a very important part of the game. So aligning with that title convention that we're taking in our recent mainline numbered entries, we followed a similar alignment. I respect it. Veronica's development team considers the original to be just as important as the series, numbered installments. Plot-wise, it's difficult to disagree. Veronica follows directly on from RE2 and RE3, continuing the story of former co-protagonist Claire Redfield and her brother Chris from the original game, and contains important story revelations such as the return to the series villain, Albert Wesker.
So I wanted to pause real quick. I'll say this real quick. What I think is cool about that is you don't have to go back and play the OG Code Veronica. You just play remake 2 and 3 and then go straight into this game, which is sick.
Right.
Which is easy.
Right.
So
yeah. And it makes sense why we had that Albert Wesker lookalike clone character in Requiem, so that they can test out the mocap and the character and the asset, because they had already intended on putting it in Veronica, the Veronica remake. So it's like, yeah, we already have the Wesker voice actor. We already have the mocap and all the information that we need, the data and stuff. They locked him in because this was down the pipeline and they needed somebody. So let's just put in a Wesker clone into Requiem and see how it goes. Which they do, man. Capcom, they reuse assets all the time.
Assets.
They reuse assets like
models, yeah.
And that apartment building that we were in, some of the coloring and some of the handrails and stuff on the stairs, it looked like the care center in Requiem.
Capcom loves their that like turquoise off blue white half wall. They do that in everything. When I first saw that when it popped up on Summer Game Fest Live, I was like, this is Code Veronica. It has to be.
Yeah.
That damn wall.
Does Code Veronica have a signature save room theme like Resident Evil 2 did?
Yep.
It does.
Multiple track. I'm telling you, dude, the track is
okay.
It's my favorite.
Because in Requiem, if you go to the options, you can turn on OG track for the save room, and it's the Resident Evil 2 save room track. So I was curious if Veronica has like an iconic save room, because you need it. That's how you know you're safe. How else are you supposed to know if Mr. X can get you? They play the music. Oh, man. Was there anything else you wanted to cover about Veronica? That's pretty much it.
I think that's it. I mean, I don't want to get too far into spoilers, for you guys, because I'm excited for some of you guys that are new to the franchise and this game to kind of go through the story and yourselves and become even bigger fans for Resident Evil. But I think overall, just with the teaser and the trailer, it's already looking good. It's sounding good. There were a lot of concerns. We can talk about this because the teaser wasn't first person. We haven't seen any third person footage of gameplay or anything like that. And so
you play as Chris in the original?
Yes.
You do play as Chris.
You play as Chris and you play as Steve Burnside. And you have encounters with Wesker. And so, but the director did confirm this will be a third person game in the RE engine. So it's
third person for everybody.
Person. Yes. It'll be a third person game. So,
but Capcom's,
I didn't see any confirmation on that. I just saw only third person. So, I do think it would be a little risky to just make this game first person. But at the same time, I think that's probably why you'll see they've been doing this a lot. You even saw this in RE3 remake where you've got a lot of cutscenes where it isn't first person. Kind of cuts out, goes back and forth. So that may be a way that they're trying to cater to both audiences. But
also for the trailer, for the reveal, because they wanted a pop from Summer Games Fest. So for them to put it in first person to hide Claire's identity until they wanted that pop, because if it's in third person, you're like, oh shit, that's Claire's red leather jacket. That's Claire, Resident Evil game, and you don't really get the pop. So they do that at the showcases and stuff for that. It might not even be in the game. Like that part, what we just saw in first person with her ringing the doorbell, could play completely differently in the actual game. Could have just been a showcase thing.
Yeah, they did that in... I think the RE2 remake reveal did that. I think it was like in the perspective of a mouse.
That's right.
That whole gas station section.
Yes, I remember that.
It was just a mouse walking around, gets crushed, and the camera pans, and then Leon shoots the zombie, and even that was changed. That was changed. So Capcom does do that. You're right.
Xwing 5 in the chat says, "Hey fools, what up, Xwing 5? We replaced you with Mexwing today."
Yeah.
Let's go.
Xwing.
With Mexwing.
Let's go.
Yep.
Let's get some super chats here, boys, and then we're going to then we can talk a little bit about Gears of War, Xbox, and stuff. Maybe some slight concerns that we might have for the Gears of War E-Day. I know I for sure have some concerns about it. People say the trailer looks good. Hell yeah, Gears of War E-Day. We always wanted this story told. Right. But you take a look at some of the development team for the Coalition, and you're like, ooh. Maybe minor red flag that we should keep an eye on.
Right.
Ann Jeanette with a gifted FearTheBeardo membership. Thank you, Ann Jeanette. Followed up by Cheryl Gopin with a gifted FearTheBeardo membership. Thank you, Cheryl Gopin and Ann Jeanette for the gifted. The Skeleton King with the 2 Xwing. I didn't know you were Mexican. How diverse. Thank you, Skeleton King with the 2. Bubba Realist with a 5. Beardo, how much for you to put on a Spurs jersey and stand outside of Madison Square Garden? I would need to get to New York first.
Right.
How much? I don't know. $50,000. Thank you for the $5.
They want to see you mobbed, dude. They want to see.
They want to see me die, dude.
For real.
Some of these people want me dead. That's what they want. I blame Jeremy. Sparkly Tracy with a $2 says, "Hey boys, have a great time. #trust the bro science." Thank you, Sparkly Tracy, for supporting. Shout out. Vice with a 5. Hey, Beardo, sorry to hear what happened between you and Xwing. You guys will make up, though. He seems willing. Thank you, Vice. Appreciate it. Shout out. GSG Nightcrawler with a 5. Hey, Beardo, can you check the Gears of War E-Day gameplay demo? I guarantee it'll be the manliest game to come out this year. Thanks. I saw a whole bunch of manly-looking women in that trailer.
I'm kind of like in the middle. We'll talk about it right now. I'm kind of in the middle.
Yeah, I definitely want to talk about that because I'm an OG Gears guy.
We'll see. But I get the joke. I get the joke.
Actually says, oh shit, are we fighting Beardo? Beardo's gay. Vice wants us to fight. Vice wants us. Sorry, Drew, what were you saying? What was the joke?
No, I think the joke is it's going to be the manliest Gears because even the women are super manly.
Oh, he's being sarcastic, you think?
Yeah, he's being sarcastic.
Yeah.
I guarantee it'll be the manliest game. Oh, he's being sarcastic. I took that as 100% serious. Yeah, there's a lot of manly-looking women in that E-Day trailer. Dude, there was some denial last night. A little bit of denial regarding Gears of War E-Day. Some concerns.
We'll talk about it.
Blaine, I'm going to go take a piss. Can you read a few super chats?
Yeah, where are we at
it's
here?
just...
I got you. What's happened?
I thought it just started. I thought it started pouring outside.
Oh.
I'll be right back.
I'll be right back after I take a dump.
Look at that. He did it to himself. I didn't even have to do it. We got some Norwegian guy for 25 somethings. I don't know what those are. NOK. 25 of those. District 13 would be a good pick for manly AF movies.
That's a banger, dude.
I'm trying to think of what that is.
That's the that's a classic sci-fi.
13.
Yeah,
right. Because I was thinking of wasn't there? Yeah, I was thinking of District 9 is what I was thinking of with the aliens. Remember that one? It was like all the aliens were like there was like the hovering ship and they were all down.
Right. Yeah, that's a classic movie too.
Yeah, that was a cool one. But no, I haven't seen District 13. We'll have to look at it.
I think that's the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
That's a great movie.
Right, because, District 13. I don't know. I'm going to have to look. But, we'll check it out, some Norwegian guy. Thanks for the 25-somethings, Norwegian thingies. And we've got Martin Killer for 5. Says, manly ass fuck movie group. Saucy Beardo. Saucy. Yeah, well, listen, Beardo didn't start that group, but yeah, I appreciate him for just leaning into the bit, And I mean, that poster's pretty freaking sick, right? I mean, he at least looks cool in it, right? If you're going to catch that much shade, the least you could do is look cool. But Martin, thanks for the $5 and go join that manly group. But join both of them, the real one and the fake one. They're both pretty active within Criticless. And Jason Nielsen for 2 says, Hola, Vato. Welcome, Drew. Glad you made it, Blaine.
No, that's not how you say it. That's not how you say it. You got to go.
How do you say it?
Hola, Vato. Welcome, Drew. Que paso,
the accent.
Que paso, hey, Blaine. Glad you made it.
Right. See, well, you're allowed to like culturally appropriate because you're from California. I don't want to catch any strays.
I grew up with the Mexicans, bro. I did.
Yeah, I did not. But Jason, thanks for the 2 for buddy. Appreciate it.
Shout out. Thank you, Jason Nelson. We have a Rumble rant from East Coast Toasty Boy with $1. It's also because the ugly women are jealous of pretty women who are better looking than them and hot while they're not. Hell hath no fury like an envious piece of shit woman.
Right. 100%.
Oh boy. Yeah. All right, Gears of War E-Day. I've seen bits and pieces of this trailer, not the whole way through, so let's go ahead and watch it real quick. We'll watch it together, chat.
Let's do it.
I need backup. These things are all over me.
No way this is real. It's pretty fucking real to me.
We need guns.
This isn't enough. They shoot, they make weapons, they fucking talk, Marcus. Fucking hell! Look out! Oh, shit!
The world is full of weapons. waiting to be used.
We good, Sergeant Phoenix?
Guess we're back to it.
Cover me!
We're taking fire from both sides! Where's that backup?
Let's fucking go!
There it was.
Yeah.
There it was, boys. Oh no. Oh
Jeez.
no. Oh no.
She's a little butch.
Is that all you got?
Another hole popping up!
Let me try something.
Nice.
So what now, Marcus?
We save everyone we can.
Holy fucking
There's a lot that looks good, man.
Yeah.
There's a lot that looks good. It looks epic. It looks beautiful. You got the characters, all that. I'm not gonna pretend like I'm a big Gears of War guy. I was a PlayStation kid growing up. I played the first Gears of War remaster, remake, whatever it was. But it looks good from my knowledge. It looks great.
Man, like I am OG Gears of War fan. Like we had Gears of War LAN parties like around the same time that we were doing the Halo ones. I played it on day one when it came out. I had it pre-ordered. I got it. I've played every single Gears game. I freaking love them. They're fantastic. I hope to God they don't ruin this. I totally get the worry. I hope that they don't screw up and piss off the fan base, because we know how the industry's been doing. We know how a lot of these companies have. And now, and to be fair, like if you are one of like the squad, everybody knows that's the thing with Gears. It's the big, chunky, bruiser type characters. That also being said, though, there have been women in this franchise for multiple years that are hot and don't look like dudes and don't sound like dudes and have feminine features and all this stuff. So it's like, look, okay, if this is like a one-off character and it's still a chick and we're not going like full inserting a bunch of trans characters into this and whatever, all right, whatever. So, some women just built like that, I guess. But like if there's a bunch of it happening, that's definitely going to be an issue. I hope that it's good, just because I want another one of these, and I hate what has been done to Halo and some of these other legacy, Xbox franchises, and I want to see a win. And this does look really cool, and I love the shit out of these games. I mean, I remember like back when this came out, it's like Cliff Bleszinski, I think was how you said his last name. That dude's name was everywhere. His face was everywhere. He was the dude that made that first, Gears game with Epic Games and everything back when they had the franchise, and it was just
the Mad World trailer was massive.
Mad World trailer broke the world, dude, when that dropped, and this franchise like took over and kind of reinvigorated, because it was this action horror game, and it operated somewhere in between something like Resident Evil and Halo, and it was in this in between realm where it brought together these two fandoms, and I want another one of these so bad. I really hope it's good.
It looks good. I'm just afraid it's going to have the sprinkles of bullshit in it.
I know.
Drew.
Yeah, this was probably my favorite game in the 360 era. Probably my favorite, even over Halo 3. That might piss some people off, but this was my game. This was my game. I would miss school over this game, and literally.
Yep.
It had all the elements, the third person, the online, all of it. But so I did watch, we can't watch it now, it's like 30 minutes long. I did watch the 30-minute special of the E-Day special reveal with all the devs and the tranny and all of that. And so I had mixed feelings, because this is everything I ever wanted, was I love Gears 1, but you pick up right like after the whole E-Day incident. The world is already destroyed, everything's already happened, and all of our characters already kind of understand what's going on in this current world. And I always was interested in like, damn, like that's like Raccoon City level type stuff. Like you're playing a game through the actual outbreak. What was that like with Gears of War? And so now we're actually, so if you are an OG fan, they know this is everything you've ever wanted. So I'm like,
yep,
you're pulling me in, but are you gonna skull F me with all of your woke garbage? You know what I mean? So that's how I literally feel about this game right now. And with that 30-minute, dev conversation, little mini doc they put out, there's a lot of good things in it. I mean, I'm interested in how big this world is that they've been working on. It's a destructible world. Apparently there's a ton, like buildings will be falling all around you. There's a ton of side quests you can go on. I like stuff like that because that's what I wanted with Resident Evil and Raccoon City, to be honest. So that attracted me when I heard that.
Requiem and 9.
In Requiem, I'm like, okay, let's make this a bigger world. You can do more. There's side quests, but I appreciate they didn't cuck Marcus in this trailer.
Right.
All of the iconic Marcus Phoenix lines are in this trailer. Is that all you got? All of that, all of that's in there. So I love Dom. He's a great character. He's got a great story in the first Gears, second Gears. So I don't know, man. I'm just kind of like, I got PTSD with these damn people, bro. I'm just afraid to like be excited,
And that's what Xwing's saying. He said, this is a poop cookie 1000%. Right. We're going to have to nibble around the shit to get to the chocolate chip cookie.
Absolutely.
I hope not. I know. I hope not. And
well, let me pull up the developer.
I know.
Now this is the graphic, like mocap style developer, right? This tranny
technical
fellow,
technical director.
Okay,
technical director, where we might be able to see some of the inspiration. Mike Rayner is now Kate Rayner, working for the coalition developing your Gears of War E-Day video game. And you can see that there might be a little bit of a influence, let's say, on some of the way, on the way that some of these female characters look.
So what is that picture from the left? When is that? Is that like Gears 3 or something?
It's years ago.
I'm guessing.
Had to been years ago for some type of other Gears video game showcase. And now, current day, Mike is now Kate. And some representation in the female department in the video game, it appears. Boys, this is a red flag.
It is?
Yeah.
It is. That's why it makes me nervous. When you see stuff like this, but if it's playing in the background and it's not affecting the story or the gameplay, I might be able to get past it if it's a great game. Not saying I accept it, but I'm just gonna have to see how it comes and deal with it, as it releases. But
and the
one concept is phenomenal, man. It just sucks to have to be nervous about it.
I know. I completely agree. And I guess one plus here, the way that I look at it with these Xbox games, same with Fable, because there's some absolute red flags with Fable.
Haley Atwell. They made Haley Atwell ugly.
Right.
Fable is another one. That's another series that I have played all of since they were first coming out, kicking chickens back in the day. And that's another one of those. I'm honestly much more worried about that game than I am about this one. Just because there have been red flags with that game from RIP. But what I was going to say was one of the big pluses here is we can all technically, we can test run these games with Game Pass. And you don't have to buy it up front. You can have Game Pass and you're like, I threw down my $25 or $20 or whatever. And if I run into a pile of shit that I don't want to step in, then I'm done. And I didn't buy it, and I don't have to eat the bullet of having to pay for it. So, but the fact that they managed to make Haley Atwell unattractive is...
It's impressive. Somebody put in a lot of work
Yeah.
Somebody worked really hard to make Haley Atwell into that. I mean, you just saw how good Resident Evil looked in that trailer and how good Claire looked. Right. And then a game that's coming out the same year, you're one of your main characters. I don't know much about Fable. It's looking like that, bro.
Yeah. Well, another red flag with the Gears E-Day was if you watch that 30-minute whatever they put out for, was it Summer Game Fest, right? So that character you see at the end, that white guy, the white guy always has to be a beta. Oh, he's all scared. So they actually kind of expounded on that a little bit, and like these butch women characters are all super hardcore and gritty and tough, and then the
most experienced.
The white guy, they literally said this. The white guy is like the very skittish. So it's just like, okay, here we go. You know what I mean? It's like, all right.
They can't help themselves, man.
They can't help themselves. So that was a major red flag for me too. When I was watching that, I'm like, I don't know where they're gonna go with this, but
yeah.
We'll see. These are iconic characters, man. Marcus Phoenix and Dom. That is just like the epitome right there.
That's the thing with the original Gears 2 for people that didn't play it and weren't around when that game came out is like it was, the big meathead, muscly, just macho dudes. They were just badass. And then the story, you would think those types of characters and everything, the story would just kind of be phoned in. It's running and gunning, you're shooting and whatever. Dude, the story would freaking rip your heart out, hit you in the freaking guts. The story was so superb. I remember playing it back then and just being like, how did this story come out of this series? And that's another thing that added to making it so impressive. And I just hope that, given all the other stuff we're talking about, hopefully they can hit the story right too. Because like the most recent Gears game, I don't even remember which one it was. Like because it's gotten
into like 5 or something.
It's 5 or something. They've gotten into like the descendants of characters and stuff. We're at Marcus's son and all of that. And those games, the stories have not hit in the way that those original like 2-3 Gears games did. So they've got a lot to earn back, and with these certain types of people attached, there's no way we can't trust them on from the jump. They have to prove it. So
didn't they do a prequel anthology game not too many years ago? What was it called? Gears Year One or something?
There was. That's technically what this is a prequel. This game's a prequel.
Right.
I didn't think
there have been a couple spinoffs. I can't remember the titles though. I lost track after 3.
I know. Same. Because there was also I think a strategy like statistics type, or like a strategy type game as well.
Okay.
Let me see. There was Exile. I'm trying to find all the different games.
I could totally be wrong.
I didn't remember our Tactics was the one that came out in 2020. That was Gears of War Tactics. Yeah.
Chat saying Judgment Day. Is that the prequel? For Baird. Okay.
Gears of War Judgment in 2013.
Maybe I'm just thinking Gears 5. Maybe they ruined Gears 5. Did that happen?
Gears 5 was okay. That was another one like kind of female lead. Right. This was when things were heading in that direction, and this was during 2020. It wasn't a bad game, but it wasn't what we've been wanting from Gears.
Well, there you go. Keep an eye on it. Keep an eye on it. You can only hope.
So good.
You can only hope that they keep some of their ideologies and stuff out of the video games, because we don't fucking want it.
Nope.
Yep.
And we've been very vocal for a long time, Drew. A long time we've been vocal that we don't want this shit. And we will make fun of it.
84 years.
Yep.
Yeah.
So be more like Eastern, Korean, and Japanese devs, making hot women in video games great again. All right, boys. Let's catch up on some super chats, and what do you say? We call it. Wrap it up.
All right.
Hey.
Yeah, let's do that. Marc-Andre Roy with a 13 months says, I'm not convinced Beardo is a real person. Prove it. Hit me, I bleed. What movie is that from?
What is that from? I recognize it. I'm not sure. Hit me, I bleed. What is that from?
Punch me, I bleed.
What is it from? I don't know.
Spider-Man 2. Peter Parker tells Mary Jane that he's changed. He doesn't have his powers anymore. He's like, I'm changed. Punch me, I bleed. Like, I'm picking you, remember?
Right.
And then she gets in her taxi and drives away, and she fucks the astronaut.
Mary Jane, the true villain of the Spider-Man series.
She is, dude. Mary Jane is the villain of the entire Sam Raimi Spider-Man trilogy.
Yep.
She's the villain. The story revolves around her cheating on her current boyfriend at any moment in any of the movies.
Allegory, man. He was probably trying to tell us something.
She's dating fucking Harry Osborn. She cheats on him with Peter. She's making out with Spider-Man and shit. And then she's dating Peter in the second one. She cheats on him with the astronaut. And then in the third one, she's dating Peter again. She cheats on him with Harry. The trilogy is about Mary Jane cheating.
Yep.
Fuck. Who's worse? Who's worse? That Kirsten Dunst, Mary Jane, or Jenny?
Ooh.
Jenny's horrible.
Jenny's pretty bad.
What are you going to do, man? Stay away from women. Bad ones. Normie Adjacent with the 3 months says, you pronounce the G in Dolph Lundgren. I've heard it from the man himself. I am. Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah.
The G. Dolph Lundgren. I don't know what Jeremy was saying. Dolph Lundgren? Dolph Lundgren
or something. He was trying to say. I was like, guys, I can't let this stand. I got to stand up for Beardo on this one. Y'all are not saying his name right.
For forever in history, it always has been, always will be Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah.
That's just how it's pronounced. I didn't make it up. That's his name. Dolph Lundgren. I don't know what Jeremy was on about. Bradley Scott with the 5 months says, bro, really? I don't know. You tell me. SSJ Lalo with a 5 says, hail, Fear the Beardo, the 9-time Pokemon champion, Blaine, the Shark Slayer, and Xwing 5. Question, if I want to play RE9, what game should I play first? Resident Evil 2 is really the only one you need to play before RE9. Just RE2. I mean, if you want to play RE4 Remake, you can, but RE2 Remake for sure. And then you can play 9 and you'd be perfectly okay.
And you can get through 2 in like 15 hours, 16, 17 hours, pretty quick on your first run. And that's doing it pretty thorough, which I did. So, yeah, you can get through it pretty quick before you get to 9, you know?
Yep.
Yeah. Thank you, SSJ Lalo with the 5. Nightsaber with the 2 says, hail, bro science. Beardo sent quick vid on Discord. Discord? I don't have Discord open. Fuck. Is this something he wants me to show now? Hold on, Nightsaber. Let me see what it is. We'll see if we can play it on stream. Discord. Discord.
I'll say while you're pulling that up, I did want to say I got a game that's kind of gotten me by the gonads. It's a poker game. I had heard a lot of people talk about it. I was hesitant, and it's pretty freaking cool. I don't know if you've heard about it. It's called Balatro.
Yeah.
Balatro. Have you seen any of it? I had heard of it, and I was like, whatever. This is one of those like cool down games, where you're like, I'm just gonna hop in and like play a couple rounds, and it's super cool. Kind of a retro style art. It's on Game Pass, so you can play it for free. I downloaded it on my PC. It's less than like a gig, and it's like it's like playing poker, but it's a roguelike type game. So you basically try and see like how many rounds of poker you can go before you lose, and then in between each round, you're getting like upgraded and special Joker cards that give you like multipliers and stuff to win certain amounts of money and whatever. And so it's kind of a interesting spin on poker. And I would say, especially if you have Game Pass, because it's free, download it. It has been my palate cleanser. I'm just like, I'm going to sit here for 10 minutes and like play a couple rounds of poker. And then, but it's a cool spin on it. So it's not just plain poker. I really dig it. It's gotten me hooked, and I keep like finding myself thinking about it. I'm like, I want to play a few rounds.
It's just funny money, right?
Yeah. It's just fun. No, it's not. Yeah. And you're playing against like the computer. And so you're opening card packs almost like a, I don't know.
In FIFA?
Kind of, yeah, but it's like you're not having to pay real money or anything for them. You're using in-game money. You're getting different versions of these Jokers that give you different power-ups that change the way that your game plays. And it might be like a Joker that lets it so that if you get like a pair or like 2 pairs or something, you get like a special like multiplier on the amount of points you get and that kind of thing. So you're just like, it's specialty poker. It's cool as shit. So I would say check out Balatro. I'm having a lot of fun with it.
Hell yeah.
That's cool, man.
Yeah. It won a few awards a few years ago, right? It won a lot of awards.
Yeah,
at,
it did.
Game Awards a few years ago, but can't really trust them. But a lot of people have been speaking high things about that game. This is what cool. This is what Night Saber sent. He said, "This is for Bro Science. I haven't watched it yet, so we're gonna live react to this. It's a YouTube short. Let's see."
So there's a new men's restroom design that's going viral. So let's see what we think. So the concept uses alternating toilet stalls and urinals instead of keeping all the urinals lined together.
Yeah.
The idea, more privacy with full walls between urinal space instead of those tiny dividers. But how would you talk to each other?
You don't. We don't talk to each other while we pee.
I'm just saying the bonding, like, you know, isn't it kind of cool to like, hey, you
I'm
know,
not
what's
bonding with that thing in my hand.
Why didn't they make it like this from the beginning then?
It solves the problem.
Wasn't it like there used to be just like a trough that y'all would kind of do your thing? Maybe it started with that. And
some bars, I mean, some stadiums still have the trough layout. I had a trough layout in my school. Delaware has just the pee wall.
What is a pee wall? That sounds horrible.
Just pee against the wall and there's water coming down.
What?
Oh, yeah.
You just pee on the wall.
Yes. It's like when you're drunk out in Center City and you got to pee, you just go up against a wall and pee.
And then there's like a drain or something?
Yes, there's a drain. It's a long drain.
Anywhere you want, aim it how you like.
Yeah. Like a water sprinkler in the backyard.
Oh, please tell me there's more control than that.
There's a bar in Penn Sports that still has a trough in between the bar and your stool that you're sitting on, so you can just pee while drinking.
No fucking way.
What?
No
You
way.
can't anymore, but back in the day, what's it called?
Because it was too much trouble to get up and walk somewhere for privacy.
Yes. Give me another beer.
I'm still not over the wall. Like, what if it doesn't splash?
So I'll be honest. This design, I don't hate it. I don't hate it. It does seem pretty efficient. Like, it makes sense. But honestly, dude, if you're getting stage fright and you're a grown-ass fucking man and you can't pee next to somebody when you're standing next to somebody in the toilet, you might be fucking gay.
Right.
Oh my gosh, I'm peeing next to another guy. What if he looks over and looks at my tiny cock? It's fucking gay. Grow up. But it does make sense.
I mean, yeah, if you're gay, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know why you're pissing and staring at another dude's dick. Like,
yeah, you go in there, you piss, and you wash your hands, and you leave.
Yeah,
there's nothing worse.
If there's
than
the other side of that.
Well, yeah, because you get the dudes with like when you have a divider sometimes, and you get the weird dudes that are peeking over.
Of that, if you go in there and you got a guy staring at your dick, you got a problem. So
right,
yeah,
we've all been there.
Or you got a new best friend.
Or if you got your, that
was
son.
a great joke. That was a great joke.
Good.
The internet will look kindly on that joke.
Or if you got your son. I guess there's uses for it.
Oh shit!
You can protect your son. You don't want your son up against the wall.
That's true. That's true. Yeah,
exactly.
Could work.
Yeah. There has been times when it's like every single stall is taken except for one. So you got like 5 dudes on either side of you. The urinals. I'll just fucking piss in the stall. Like, I'm good.
Yeah. Oh yeah. If I'm not wanting to wait, let's go piss in the stall.
I'll just go piss in the stall. I won't even close and lock the door. I'll just leave the door open.
Yeah.
Right.
I'll just piss in the stall. Yeah. That's what real men do.
Yep.
Right.
Thank you, Night Saber, for sending that to me. Beardology. Yikes. Thanks for the $1. Darth Manic with a 10 says, where the fuck is Xwing? No offense. Xwing is on work trip. Actually, no, I'm super pissed at Xwing. He's on sabbatical. By my choice. My choice. I said, hey,
he's
take a few weeks. Take a breather. Yep.
Yeah,
we're working
it's
with
time
Drew.
For a new X-Wing to step in. You know what I'm saying? We're
talking,
done with the old one.
Talking with Drew's manager and his attorney and stuff, seeing what kind of deal we can work out here.
Right. I heard Drew was going to join the Stash Club. You know, he's going to get rid of all this, and he's the new wing. You know, X-Wing 7.
He would
X-Wing
look
7.
super Mexican then.
You would,
yeah.
He would look real Mexican. Holy shit! Thank you, Darth Manic with a 10. Darth Manic with a 2 says, "Holy shit." The brown guy talks a lot. Fuck.
Yeesh.
Well, I am a talk show host. That's
what he does for a living. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If we just, we wouldn't really have a show if we were all
I
just
just
fucking
download
quiet and shy.
information and go.
Yeah.
So.
Last name Gore, first name Nick with $1. Thank you. Appreciate it. SBC with a 5. Without spoiling too much, do you agree they should fix Steve just like they did with Carlos in Resident Evil 3?
Oh, absolutely.
Fix Steve.
They better, because he's probably the most hated character in all Resident Evil.
Is that the gay guy?
He's not gay. I mean, he's
very
constantly
flamboyant.
staring at Claire's booty, and it's he's trying to kiss her while she's asleep. But I think the Gooners will really like him if they get introduced to the OG.
Does he dress like a European?
He's just very bratty. Leave it at that, because they were going for I think he's a teenager in the game, so they were kind of going for that in the early 2000s, and it just didn't. Like I'm saying, there's a lot in that game that just wasn't executed well, and that's one of those things where it's like.
And this is the opportunity to make it.
He
matter.
likes hot chicks. Right. You can totally tell. He's just, there's cuts in that game, bro, where he's just straight up staring at Claire's butt cheeks, bro. And the Capcom made that clear, and you're like, okay, that's relatable as a teenager in the early 2000s, but.
Yeah,
I don't think they'll keep that in there. If they did, that'd be based.
Well, they took out the Ashley line when Ashley wanted to fuck Leon on the jet ski at the end of 4. Remember that, Drew? Yeah. Ashley was like, how about we fuck right here in the middle of the ocean? That actually happened in the real Resident Evil 4 OG.
Really?
And yeah.
Whoa.
They leave the island. Leon saves the day. They're riding on a jet ski together, or a Sea-Doo, whatever, a sit-down one. And they escape the explosion, and they're in the middle of the ocean, and Ashley's like, fuck me right now. It happened. I'm not making this up. And they took it out for the remake, unfortunately. Thank you, SBC, with the $5. Manly ass fuck with $1. Thank you for the buck. Carl Anderson with a 2. How did they get a humanoid locust on the team? How did they get a humanoid locust on the team? Is that in Gears?
Yeah.
In the new one, they've shown it. It seems like they maybe had some piece of equipment that kind of gets the locust to work for them. That was the impression that I got looking at the one video I saw, but I could be totally wrong.
Okay. Thank you, Carl Anderson, for the 2. Some Norwegian guy recommitted. Thank you, some Norwegian guy, for the commitment.
Let's go.
The Skeleton King with a 2. I wouldn't trust Beardo near me at a urinal. Good.
Good.
Keep your head on a swivel. Thank you for the 2. Darth Manic with a 5 says, Drew is like the sequels, canon, but I reject it. The Star Wars sequels, right?
Right.
Thank you for the 5. We like Drew. Drew's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, boys, we're all caught up. We have one more Rumble. I'm sorry. East Coast Toasty Boy with another $1 says, also, I was in Norway earlier this year. Norwegian money is called krone.
Oh, there we go.
Hell yeah, krone.
Yeah, I didn't know what it was called.
What's that a reference to? Krone? What is that?
Oh, well, earlier...
What were we talking about?
Some Norwegian guy super chatted in Norwegian money, and I was like, I don't know what kind of money this is. It's just Norwegian
I just say
money.
dollars.
Right.
I just say dollars. It's dollars to somebody.
Right. Somebody's dollars. That's a good point.
It's somebody's dollars, whatever country you're in. All right, boys, that's it. We're calling it. Perfect 2 hours, 158 minutes. But by the time the outros are done, it's going to be 2 hours sharp. Let's go.
On the nose.
And that's what this is. Dude, this show's awesome. Most of the time, the show stinks. This show's pretty great.
Right. Well, I mean, Xwing wasn't here. We're kind of mad at him. That's probably why.
We have a good time. That's just what we do. That's what Fear the Beardo is known for, having a good time. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Blaine, what do you got going on, man?
Yeah, Criticless Cast Unhinged tomorrow night. I think we have the whole crew back. I think Chris is done trying to find his mail order bride or whatever he's been doing for the past month and a half. We're going to be reviewing. I don't know what he's been up to. Tucker and Dale versus Evil. I haven't seen this movie in ages. I'm excited to talk about it. Chat voted on it. And right before the show, I am going to be seeing the new Spielberg movie. I'm going to see it.
Aliens.
Disclosure Day.
Disclosure Day.
It's going to be a psyop. I'm calling it now. I think that's what this movie is.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll see. I'll be seeing it before the show. So definitely come hang out with us at Criticless Cast. And obviously, everybody already knows the drill. If you're not on Criticless yet, download the app, get on the website, all the stuff. Come hang out with us. Tell me, hey,
Yep.
Do that.
Go support Criticless and join Manly AF Movies group. You can join the Bro Island group. That one's cool. Don't join the Manly Ass Fuck movie group. Don't join that one. Although I am a member, I joined. Yeah. Only to keep an eye on you guys to make sure you guys aren't going too far.
Right. Got to keep them in line.
There's some jokes in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go check out Criticless and Criticless Cast. Luna, how you doing? Hey.
Ooh, hey.
How you doing? Says, I'm curious what you think of that movie, the Disclosure Day movie.
Yeah, well, come hang out tomorrow. I'll be talking about it live. I'm literally getting directly out of the movie and heading straight onto the show. So 7 o'clock Eastern tomorrow on Criticless Cast. I'll let you know.
Hell yeah. Shout out. Drew Hernandez once again coming on Bro Science today to talk about what else? Resident Evil. Let's go. We love talking about Resident Evil on this show. We love talking about Resident Evil on this show. You know who doesn't? My son-in-law, Jared Kushner. For obvious reasons. Drew Hernandez, dude, what do you got going on, man? And thank you for coming on the show today.
Yeah, thank you guys. It's always great to hang out. You guys can follow me on my Rumble channel. Well, I am on Kick now. I'm the only verified, I think it's Drew Hernandez. Yeah, I'm on Kick, but my main hub is Rumble, rumble.com/Drew Hernandez. I do have a gaming channel. I'll game every now and then live, but my main show is Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. I'm just going to warn you, if you're some kind of cuck, don't come. Just
don't watch.
You'll get torn up in the comments. I'm just going to warn you right now, not even from me. You will not last probably 5 minutes. So we'll see. But if you're based, come through. Rumble.com/Drew Hernandez.
This chat is the most based, so you're safe.
Yeah, the Fear the
I'm not
Beardo.
exaggerating at all.
The Fear the Beardo chat is the most based, so I'm sure they can handle it. Go check out Drew Hernandez over on his Rumble and check out his Kick account as well. That's it, boys. Bro Science episode 109 in the books. I thought it was one. It was one. It was one for sure. It was a banger.
Are you sure?
I'm sure, Omni-Man. I'm sure it was a banger. All right, boys, that's it. This live stream is going to raid a Fear the Beardo 2 video that's set on Premiere. So it's a Bro Science clip. So if you guys want to go back and watch a Bro Science clip, I think we're talking about ghosts and shit, though. Over on that video. Yeah, so that's going to raid that premiered video over there. Remember, boys, the man who says he can and the man who says he can't are both usually right. Don't be fat. Don't be gay. Go to the gym. Lift heavy things. Starve yourself if you're fat. And we will catch you next week for Bro Science episode 110. But until then, Bro Science. Yeah!
In a world where protein shakes have oat milk, where every meeting starts with feelings, and where someone, somewhere, is explaining masculinity with makeup on. 3 men said, yeah, we're gonna need a bigger grill.
Son of a bitch.
And that's it, boys. $500 easy. Let's go!
This is the end for you, my master.
Let's go! Yeah!
Can you finger boss, please?
Oh, the times that I've heard that.
3 men. 3 microphones. 0 professional credentials. This is Bro Science.